Hey guys, it's me, and today I wanted to do a brush cleaning video. My microphone on my computer is terrible for voiceovers, and so I've been noticing that in some of my videos my voice just sounds terrible. So I thought that I would just kind of do a side-by-side or side-by-side type of video because you guys seem to really like that with my tattoo on. So yes, that is what we will be doing today. So I've had a lot of people ask me kind of just how I clean my brushes, and these are my brushes right here. I like the amount of brushes I have because especially for my eye brushes, it gives me a longer period of time between cleanings because I'm not a huge fan of cleaning my brushes. I actually enjoy cleaning them more now since I've changed up my cleaning regimen than before, but I still have a tendency to kind of forget to clean them, or kind of I just fall behind on cleaning them. So yeah, it's really important to clean your brushes because with brushes, especially eye brushes, bacteria and other harmful types of things can start growing on them, especially if you use them in your water line like I do, because obviously it gets moist and then you know what I mean. And you want to keep them clean and keep the bacteria and stuff low because you are putting that in your makeup, sometimes expensive makeup, over and over again. So I pretty much, I don't know, I should be cleaning my brushes like every week. I know I should, even maybe more than that. Some people clean them more than that, but I don't use makeup that often. So I tend to go like 2 weeks sometimes. I am trying to get back into an every week schedule, but you know, stuff happens. Like I said, don't wear a lot of makeup all the time. I actually only wear it usually on the weekends, or if John's home and I have time to play with the new makeup thing that I got, or when I'm filming, or when I'm going out somewhere nice. So probably 4 days out of the week I am completely naked faced, which is good for me because my cleaning regimen, like, I don't know about you guys, but my brushes take forever to dry, and I really try my best to like squeeze them out, wring them out with a towel and all of that, but they still take at least 2 days to dry. So I always suggest to people, if they're gonna clean their brushes, make sure that you don't have some upcoming event coming up or something that you'll need them for in the next like 24 to 48 hours, because mine definitely take 2 nights to dry, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, I'll do it at the end of one night, and then they'll dry throughout the night and the day, and then they'll dry throughout the next night. So that's how much time my brushes, the face ones, need to dry. If you have a large collection of brushes, you could always do like half of them at a time, and then you don't ever have to skip a beat. But like I said, this is the amount of brushes I have, and I usually use all of them and then just do like a really good cleaning of all of them. Anyways, so now to how I clean them. So first off, I use a Dr. Bronner soap. I love this soap. This was actually a suggestion from my friend Sam. She suggested it instead of the Beauty Blender soap thing because it's cheaper. It was like $4 at my local health food store. You can actually find it cheaper in other places. It's also easier to use. It's a bigger bar, and it's all natural, and you can get them in all different scents. I like the tea tree one just because I like the smell of tea tree, and also tea tree is a natural antibacterial property. So because it's in there, it also is antibacterial for my brushes. I keep my Dr. Bronner's thing in like a Target, cheap like dollar Target soap thing, and then I just leave that up there on the shelf in our bathroom so that none of the kids use it for their hands, and that's what I use to clean my brushes. My brushes, no joke, have never been cleaner. I used to use that little like type of thing, and not only was that annoying and took forever, but they didn't get all the way clean. Like, I for real thought that my Real Techniques brush would never look this white at the tips again. I've had this for 2 years now, and sure enough, like, Dr. Bronner soap, got it clean. The first things you want to remember about cleaning your brushes are a few things. One is the twirling method. So what I do, I take my Dr. Bronner soap, I get it a little bit wet, then I take my brush and I put it under the water and get it wet, and then I start twirling it on the Dr. Bronner soap until I see that my brush is getting soapy, and then I take my hand and my brush and then I keep spinning it or twirling it until I see all the gunkies get out. Now then I'll rinse it, wring it out until it's clean, and then I'll just do one more swipe sometimes on the really dirty ones on the Dr. Bronner soap, just to make sure the soap is coming out clean, which means that my brush is clean. Now, it's really important when you are taking your brush and getting it wet, or anytime that it's under the stream of water, to always keep the brush end down. This is really important because if you put it up, the faucet and the stream of water will go into your brush head, which you don't want. You want to avoid that as much as possible because you don't want the water deteriorating the glue that's holding your bristles all together. So you always want to keep your brush down when you're rubbing it on your bar of soap, when you're putting it under the stream of water, and when you're wringing it out. It's a very important step. So basically I just go through and I do that to every single one of my brushes. If there's a brush, like I said, that's extra dirty, I just make sure to roll it around in the Dr. Bronner soap multiple times. Now moving on to eyeshadow brushes, I do the same exact thing. I take from my littlest one to my biggest one to my eyeliner gel liner brushes to my shadow brushes to my eyebrow brushes to my spoolie brush. Everything goes through on the Dr. Bronner soap just like my face brushes, and then also underneath the stream of water upside down to avoid getting water inside the brush head. Now when it comes to my beauty blenders, I do the same thing. I brush them into the Dr. Bronner thing, I soak them in the water, I squeeze them out, and basically it's like cleaning a sponge over and over again until finally the color comes back to normal. Like obviously mine's purple and lime green, and then you just keep squeezing them out till all of the suds are gone. That's probably the most important part about cleaning your beauty blenders, is you want to make sure to keep putting it in the water and wringing it out to make sure that the suds are completely gone and then there's nothing like residual left over that you're putting on your face. Though the nice thing about the Dr. Bronner soap is, again, it is all natural and antibacterial, so if you do end up getting something on your face, it's not going to harm it. When it comes to drying your brushes, that is where I have my little technique, which I really, really like. So I take a really big towel, like a body towel, I fold it in half, and I basically lay it on my counter. I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly or if I filmed this correctly, but I fold it in half, and I put it on my counter, and then I roll the back end of the towel up against my wall. I roll that a few times to make kind of like a little ledge. And then what I do is, after I take all of my brushes and I take a towel and wring out my brush with the towel, you want to do this to kind of take some excess water out. Sam actually taught me this step with the wringing with the towel, because I was just wringing it with my fingers, which you do want to wring it with your fingers to reshape the brush, but by doing the extra step of taking a dry towel and doing that, it just helps take some extra moisture out of your brush so it dries faster. So I do that, and then I reshape it with my hands, and then what I do is I lay it leaning on the ledge, the little rolled ledge that I made, brush tip down, so that way any of the excess water that was inside of the brush dries downward. You never want to dry your brushes brush head up, because again, all of that water will seep into your brush head and ruin the glue that holds your brush together, basically. So you want to just lay them all down. So I do that all the way across with my brush heads, and then when I go to dry my eyeshadow brushes, what I do is I take half of the towel, because it's folded over, remember, I take half of the towel where the two ends are laying on each other, I take the top end and I roll that up to make another ledge, and then that way there's still a layer of towel protecting the brushes from the counter, but then there's also the ledge that you can roll up. And then I do the same thing. I take a towel, I reshape my brush and squeeze it out with the towel to get the excess water out, and then I lay those all down brush head, because again, you don't want your water dripping into your brush heads. So that is basically how I do my brushes. I also wear a face mask, as you saw, because you know, you might as well, because you're standing there. I would say that cleaning all of these brushes this time around took me 15 minutes. I love the Bronner soap, because not only is it really easy, because all you do is just do, but again, it's all natural, it's very inexpensive. You get a huge bar versus getting like a little tiny circle from Beauty Blender, which Beauty Blenders, when I bought one at Sephora, they work really well, I will say that. But when I bought one from Sephora, I believe it was $14.99. And again, the Dr. Bronner soap is larger, lasts longer, and that one was only like $4 at my health food store. And I think you can find it even cheaper other places. But our health food stores in our area, because I live in such a, I don't know how to describe my area, but it's not like with the times. Like, it's not like LA where there's like a Whole Foods on every corner. But because I live in a smaller Midwestern area, they tend to be a little bit more expensive here. So anyways, there you go. There you have it. There is my face brush and eye brush cleaning routine. If you guys have any questions about, I know some people ask me when I post a picture on Instagram if I could do a video on like reviews on what type of brushes I use. I use everything from low end to, I don't even want to call them high end. I mean, I guess they're kind of high end, but I use anything from like e.l.f., Sonia Kashuk, stuff you can find at Target, which I really, really like all of their eyeshadow brushes, to like Real Techniques, which is mid-level, Sigma, Sedona Lace, and Sephora brands. But if you guys want a video like that, let me know, leave a comment below, or like this video. If you want to kind of know what my favorite types of brushes are, like in regards to like, you know, a crease contour brush. I don't know the names of them, but I could show you them and tell you I like them. Let me know in the comments or by liking the video. And also I had somebody ask me if I could do a review on my new camera. As you guys know, I've been filming with my Sony Mark III. I've really been enjoying it. A lot of you guys have really expressed just like how much better the quality my videos have been. I'm still kind of playing around with lighting. Right now I'm kind of like bright lit from here because my makeup light's on, and then it's just a mess. Hopefully during the winter when I get my when the lighting changes in our bedroom, it'll be better. But you know, in regards to just how the Mark III is performing versus using my iPhone camera, I've had a lot of people say that they've really appreciated the quality, and so I've had some people ask for a review on this camera, and so if you want to see that too, let me know below or give this video a like, however you like to communicate with me. But anyways, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if you've been liking these types of beauty tutorial things. I'm learning along just with like you guys are, so it's kind of fun to be able to share what techniques I've learned and what I like doing. So let me know how you feel about these types of videos, but I'm gonna let you go because I've been babbling too long. Yeah, I'll talk to you all in my next video. Bye.